welcome back to another Spirit Island live stream. Today, we're going to be taking Ocean's Hungry Grasp up against the Hadsburg Mining Expedition. Hope everyone is doing just well. Hey, friendly computer, can't wait for some Spirit action. Yes. Spirit Island, the Shibi, how's it going, Mark? Morning, dude. Good morning. Stoked to watch this. Recently picked up the game and all the expansions immediately after playing it. It's so good. Nice. That's awesome. Yes, it is such a good game. This is my favorite game. I'm pumped to be streaming it again. I'm really excited to try it out. We're going with Ocean, so I did a couple of um, polls on YouTube to kind of narrow down what spirit we should play today. First, the core set spirit, no aspect, did win, and then I put up another poll with a couple of options, and Ocean's Hungry Grasp won out. So we're gonna be trying Oceans today. Does Oceans come in the core set? Yes, it does. I am pretty sure. Oh, I'm like 99% sure. But now I'm panicking and starting to question myself. But I'm pretty sure it does. Oceans is pretty unique because oceans can go into, well, the ocean. They are also limited that they cannot ever place a presence on an inland land. So these four spots here are where I am locked out to. And so that means that in order to affect some of these guys out here, we're going to have to get kind of creative with the cards that we draft. And that's usually, especially in True Solo, where I try and take oceans is to try and start the game drafting some cards that can affect maybe two away so that we can actually have some sort of influence in some of these outer reaches into those inland lands. If I'm playing in a multiplayer game, like 2, 3 players, typically what I'm doing, because oceans can add to any of the oceans on the board, I kind of have oceans manage the coastal, and then instead of managing different boards, oceans manage coastal, the other spirits handle the inland lands, and so it works out a little bit better. Um, but yeah, so it's absolutely doable. I think Oceans is still fairly powerful in solo. Really good fear generation. And so with solo only having four fear card, you can get there pretty quickly with Oceans. But yeah, we have another special rule called drowning. And so whenever drowning, destroy drowned pieces, placing drowned invaders here. At any time, you can exchange X health of these invaders for 1 energy, where X is the number of players. So we can sub 1 health worth of invaders for 1 energy, which explains why Ocean's top track maxes out at only 2 energy income up here, and then it's a lot of elements before then. And so with in True Solo and Explorer, if you can just destroy an Explorer, then you get a money, and that's pretty good. I love Ocean. I dig that dragging. I believe Ocean is in the core. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Um, and then you drown any invaders or Dahan moved to oceans that I am in. And so another really fun thing, especially in like multiplayer, is if you combine oceans with a high control spirit and you just push things into the oceans. It's crazy. Pours one out. Yeah. Unfortunately, the game I think is still being printed, but it's no longer being developed. The development team, or the Greater Than Games team, the publishers of this game, were let go, unfortunately, due to the tariffs. So sad. Hoping it gets picked up somewhere, but who knows? Um, yeah. So we're playing Hadsburg Mining Expedition. This is one that came in, I think, Nature Incarnate. Actually, I think this is one of the newer things that, uh, newer adversaries that we have. It has a couple of different things going on, and it modifies the game fairly significantly. So at the end of the fast phase, there's an additional loss condition that the invaders win if there's at least 8 total invaders plus blight in a single land. Okay. And then we have the game effects. So when Blight is added by a Ravage action, when that would cascade, instead we upgrade a town or an explorer there. Then in lands with 3 or more invaders, they are mining lands. And mining lands Disease and modifiers to disease affect ravage actions as if they were build actions, and during the build step, they ravage instead of build. So if you have three or more explorers and not building, they're ravaging. But then if you add a blight because of that ravage, they upgrade. Um, yeah, Ruth said it isn't dead, but who knows when we'll get anything new. Yeah, I think probably 3 to 5 years would be my guess now. Just sad because we were supposed to get a Dahan expansion. I really am looking forward to a big box expansion that is centered around the Dahan. I think that's gonna be really cool. Not just Spirit Island, but best Spirit Island. Let's go. What part of this is best? Just curious. And then so that's level 1. We're gonna be playing level 3 today. Setup, we're gonna add a explorer in each land with no Dahan, which is why you see so many stupid explorers all over the board, and add a disease and a city in the highest numbered land with a town setup symbol. And so we have a disease and a city here, which is not great for Ocean because Ocean cannot get to it. So I'm scared. Ocean is life. Yeah. Ocean's fun. Ocean's a good time. And then finally, Mining Boom 1 is our level 3 ad. After the build step, on each board, choose a land with a explorer. We can upgrade one explorer there. Now, I am not too concerned about this, mainly because we do have Ocean Breaks the Shore, which allows us to drown towns for a pretty cheap element cost of just 2 water and 1 mountain. And so if we can choose explorers that are in um coastal lands, that's going to allow us to really kind of just drown them and kind of negate that, plus get fear out of it and money. So there we go. Never tried the ocean, just love lightnings. Lightning's fun. I played lightning recently. Um, I played lightning with the immense aspect, which is just so much fun, where it doubles your energy and halves your card plays. It's so good. Uh, what does drowning a town mean? So whenever you drown something, it's basically destroying it, but you turn it into energy. So it's special effect over here. So drowned pieces, same as destruction, except you can turn X number of health of enemies into energy, where X is the number of players in the game. So in a true solo game, we're looking at 1 health worth of invaders turning into an energy for us. So drowning a town would give us 2 energy. Drowning an explorer would give us 1. City would give us 3. Woo! Cool. Nice. Alrighty, let's go ahead and explore into mountains. I did set this up. We got mountains there and mountains here. We are playing without events, so we are playing with the beast modular or beast cards, command beast actions in there. And we are off. Okay, so we can gather a explore. If the target land is an ocean, you can gather another explore. I think I want to play 2. If we can, I think we just pull this explorer out. We don't pull it into the ocean. We just pull it into here potentially, and then uh, in the slow phase, we can drown and explore a town, a Dahan, which we don't have one there. We'll be able to drown the other town that it upgrades into. So not too bad. That being said, that's 2 card plays. So we need to at least grow 1, which is yeah. And then we have 2 cards left. We have a double growth option here, which allows us to put presence in ocean, which is pretty decent. I think if we double grow, we'll probably go moon and card play here. Plus, we get an energy. Energy is nice. We don't need energy that first round. That was scary. I was like, oh shoot, did I just like not think about money? So that's fine. We could add a presence to a coastal land, push 1 presence from each ocean, and then that allows us to yeah, that allows us to grab another card. Then we could double grow if we wanted to, and then grab another card. I think I want to start looking for cards. So let's go ahead and grab a minor power. Again, we're kind of looking for things that can affect two away so that we can actually hit some of these lands out here. That's one. There's two. There's a sand. So we could add a disease. That's actually really solid here, because disease can act as like preventing ravage actions. Gain two energy at the end of the turn. We can reclaim a power card, or we can push up to two towns. Pushing up to two towns is also very good, although I do like it when I can line up my elements here. And my elements are water, moon, and air. This is also this I mean like tormenting rot flies also is just like a decent fear generation because if it has disease and a blight, it's a fear card. Joshy, what's up? Must be your time for bedtime. Nice. Um Also I do really like just push two towns because push two towns one away is not great, but we can push them into coastal and then we can push them into our ocean. I think we're gonna take the push two towns. So we're actually gonna take this. We're gonna take tormenting rotflies mainly because that gives us an answer for this land, even though this land is probably gonna be the biggest issue. Okay. We get to add a presence to a coastal land. I'm gonna go here, and then we can push one presence from each ocean, push that into there. We're going to play Call of the Deeps and Swallow the Land Dwellers. It's gonna give us two water, one mountain, and one moon and one air. Alrighty. I do love hit Joshy, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so 21 months is insane. And so that's so awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um this innate power, if we can hit this innate power like consistently, we're feeling real good about ourselves. So that's fun. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and we have the top level of this, which is a fear. No worries. Just wish I was around more often across those 21 months. No, you're good. Thank you so much. We're going to call of the deeps. So range 0, targeting this land. Oh shoot, then it ravages actually. I don't think I want to do that. Crud. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. Hold on. Because then it becomes mining. Oh. Huh. Well that's kind of interesting. What do I want to do there? Huh. Did not think about that. That's really interesting. Hmm. I could just take a blight on 6, but I don't really have a way to affect that. I could fish for another card and hope that we get it. Huh. Yeah, well, here we are. So we're gonna gather this guy. Nope, it's range 0. Shoot. I'm gonna just place this into the ocean instead of into this forest here. Any oceans are considered coastal lands, and so when it says I can add one to a coastal, I can put it in the ocean. And then I'm going to choose to range 0, gather, and then if the target land is the ocean, I can gather another one. So I'm just going to take both of these, and because it's just a 1-for-1, I'm just going to turn these in for money. No, my goodness. Okay, well, this is going to be an exciting start. That's fun. Yikes. Cool. I don't think I need this then. but I can't play anything else. Huh. That's kind of exciting. You may gather another. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this here. I'm only going to gather one, and I'm not going to gather a second because swallow the land dwellers, I can eat everything there, and it's more fear and more energy, so it's fine. Yikes. Cool. Alrighty. So we've got Note Ravage. We got a build. So we're going to build both of these. And after the build step, we need to upgrade. We're going to upgrade this guy because we have a drown and a drown, so we can nuke both of those, get a lot of money and a lot of fear, which is pretty exciting. And then we're going to explore into Don't Be Jungles. It is jungles. Yikes. Okay. That's fun. Cool. So that's an issue. We'll prevent one of the ravages, but I think we need to go fishing for some more cards. Yikes. Okay. Slow phase. We're going to go ahead and use this to drown here. It's going to do 1 fear, 2 money, because it's 2 health worth of invaders. And then we have Ocean Breaks the Shore. So we'll drown this guy for 1 more fear and 2 more money. Okay. There's that. I'm going to go here. And here we are. I think we're going to take this growth action again. I would like to get a power card. We're at 3 power cards, so if I take another power card right now, I can go another round without reclaiming. I guess I could take a power card now or later and do that, now or next turn, and just kind of hit the perfect card plays. I could double grow and play all of these if I wanted to. That's kind of an interesting idea. It doesn't get me any higher on the innate power track. I could double grow here. Go moon water. No, we're gonna gain a power card. Come on, give me something. Give me the jungles. Jungles don't ravage. Okay, so 1 away from a sacred site. 1 fear, 1 damage. Destroy a Dahan. If target land is jungle or sands, +1 damage. Gather up to 3 Dahan. If target land has Dahan, 1 fear, push 1. Oh, okay. Target land has Dahan. Boom. That looks pretty decent. Just from like my element standpoint. And also 0 cost card for 2 fear is pretty fun. Then we got to defend 4, 1 away. I think we actually have to take the defend 4 because if we take the defend 4, we can save there. Yeah. Let's do that. So we're gonna take Confunding Mist. We have a Grasping Tide, which can save here next round. I think we've given this back to the invaders. I think they have conquered that land. So, oh, we need to put some cards out. Let's go ahead and, nope, not that one. Go here. And push this here. We got a Confunding Mist. And we have a moon. We don't have a water. That being said, we have 3 fear cards at level 1. I guess technically 2 fear cards at level 1 before we uncover the Terra level 2. If we play our cards right, we may be able to blitz through some of this. Like we could go Tormenting here. Go 3 fear for that. 4 fear, that's a card. We would not be able to drown anything, unfortunately, but I'm just trying to think if we can accelerate because I like to be able to get some of these top cards to in level 2. Mark, where'd you get those sweet element track? This is from Board Game Geek. So I found a something on Board Game Geek, printed it out, and then I laminated it. And then these are from like I think Token Pack 2, Premium Token Pack 2. I think this I think this is what we're gonna do. So we don't hit. If we do that, shoot. If we do that, we don't hit our innate power here next round either because we don't have any air. So I kind of want to not do that. I kind of want to do this. So next round we'll be able to hit. Nope, we won't. Well, I guess if we grow here, we'll be able to hit this first level. But then we don't have any mountains. So yeah, we're gonna stick with our current plan. Just go like this. Um, the next round will be a little bit better. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Let's see. Okay. So first off, we're gonna spend 1 energy to defend 4 here using Confunding Mist. We do not have this because we don't have any water. And we don't have this. Okay. So let's go to Ravage. This is defend 4. We're going to counterattack with the Dahan here, which will cause a fear, giving us our first fear card of the game. And then this one does not Ravage. We've got a build. So this ravages because it is a mining lane. Because it has 3 or more explorers in it, instead of building, it ravages, but the disease prevents the ravage. And then this is going to build here for this. And then we have to choose a land with explorers, upgrade an explorer. We'll upgrade this guy. We have a defend 4 next turn. They're going to be attacking for 4 that a Han can take them back out. So there we go. Plus, anytime I have that option, I want to be choosing coastal lands because that's where I have the most effect. Then we're going to explore into sands. Got a beast. My wife and I like kind of pick a adversary and kind of play through it. Right now we're doing Brandenburg Prussia, which is just the rush one, where like level 6 is like 3, like the invader deck is level 3, 2, 2, 2, 3s. So there's no level 1s. You explore the initial explorers into a level 3. It's insane. Kind of wild. Okay. I was going to cause fear with tormenting, but I think I'm actually just going to throw a disease here because then that land saves itself. So let's use this. 2 away. We'll put a disease here. That'll prevent the build, and then they can counterattack and be fine. So I think we'll be good. We can deal with fear later. That's that. What's wild here is we could go another round. Right? Like if we gain a power card now, we could gain a power card next turn and then not need to reclaim. But I think we're starting to get to where we need to reclaim. Is there anything that we can do? This is going to be a attack of 4. So next round we'll reclaim for Confounding Mist. That'll be fine. Jungle. GG Jungle. Good knowing you, man. Um, we're gonna go ahead and double grow. We're at least gonna grow here. Um, I think we're gonna grow into this bottom track as well. It doesn't give us anything. It goes from 2 to 2, but it does allow us to single grow into a third card draw. And I don't think I need the energy as much as I need the card plays right now. Sweet. Get some money. We'll just make change. And then we've got both of these. So that is 3 moons. Oh, we don't have any air. Sad. 3 water. Jeez. And then just 1. So we can still drown a town, but we're not going to have a town to drown. No town to drown. Oh, well. Okay. During our fast phase, we're going to spend 1 to do 2 fear and defend 4 here. That way those Dahan can counterattack and take out our towns. And then we do not have this. We have a command beast. We're not going to use the command beast. There's no reason to do that right now. We're in an empty spot. So let's move to fear. Each player removes a explorer from a land with Dahan. Might as well, right? Saves the disease for the next explorer. So, okay. We'll do that. Nice. We're going to ravage in jungles. We got a blight. Yikes. Now, if we get another green here, we're in trouble. But let's just not get another green. Okay. This is defend 4. The Dahan will counterattack, dealing 2 fear, which is another fear card. That's the nice thing that I do like about True Soul is you just go through these fear cards so fast. Nice. We're gonna build in sand, so we got a town here. And we're going to explore into coastal lands. Woo! Love it. Love it, coastal lands. Love it. Nice. Cool. Yeah. Good. Good, Anakin. Okay. It is slow phase. We can drown a town in a coastal land, which we do not have, so we cannot do that. But we do have Tidal Boon, which is target spirit gains 2 energy. That's nice. Now, normally this can only affect another spirit, but because we are in True Soul, it can affect us. And then we can push a town in up to 2 Dahan from one of our lands. If Dahan are pushed into your ocean, you may move them to any coastal land instead of drowning them. I think what I'm going to do instead is push these 2 here. I don't think I upgraded something, did I? No, I've upgraded this guy. There wasn't one in coastal, but I'll upgrade that. Okay. Here we go. We will choose our growth to reclaim. Gather 1 presence into each ocean. Actually, first, I'm going to go ahead and get my money. I'm going to gain a power card, which is going to be another minor card. Okay, so we can push and explore or add a wilds. Target spirit gains 3 different elements of their choice. Target spirit gathers 1 Dahan into one of their lands, 1 damage in that land per Dahan present. And then we got Steam Vents, which is destroy a explorer, or if we have 3 mountains, we can destroy a town instead. Okay, that's range 0, which is nice. Um, kind of like treacherous waterways. Steam Vents has more of my elements that I need. None of them. I guess we could go Elemental Boon, but I don't think I need something other than an Elemental Boon at this point. If we are pushing explorers, we can push them out of coastals into oceans, which gives us money. So this is net positive when it comes to money. So I think that's probably actually what we are going to do. It doesn't have the moon, but I think we're fine. Okay, let's do that. It has to be a wetlands or a mountains, which is a little annoying. We're going to take steam vents. Steam vents is a little bit more flexible. Okay, gather one presence into each ocean. We're going to take that there. Okay, we get to play 2 cards. Confounding Mist is going to be one of them. And I think Steam Vents is going to be the other. Because Steam Vents gives us 1 fear here. It allows us to drown a town, which we may not need. I was going to go Steam Vents to destroy this, Beast to destroy that. We're not going to have a town here, so let's hang on to Steam Vents. Let's instead, we got Grasping Tide is next turn's play for the defense here. Is there any way we can do a lot of fear fast? We would need. No, we don't have enough to get that fear card at level 2, so we're fine. Okay. We could call to the deeps. We could gather everything, but honestly, I kind of want to just leave this guy here because then I can drown him. I can drown what gets put out. In order to do that, I do need something with a mountain. So it has to be one of these 3. I think Steam Vents is Tidal Boon. Huh. If I play Tidal Boon, I actually get 2 fear here, which is pretty decent. That element tracker, yeah, I like the element tracker. It's nice. It helps a lot with like managing stuff. If we do that, we don't get to drown anything again. Um we don't need to drown anything. We can go here. And if we get lucky that they explore into, well, I guess we could go there. We go to that. Target land has invaders, 2 fear. That does not get us a drowned town here, so I don't think we want to do that. Feels like we're just like just losing out on some opportunity. We don't have to use beast, I guess. Actually, let's do that. Let's just do this. So we have a drown, a explore, a town, and a Dahan. We can just save our beast for later in the game. They're gonna build here. We can drown there. We can drown a town. Then we go for major. We go for a major card after that, I think. All right, let's do it. Okay, so we have 1 moon. We have 3 water. We have 1 air. I think that's, and then 1 mountain. Okay, cool. So spend 1. We will defend 4 here, setting up that sweet, sweet Dahan counterattack. We will do 1 fear from our pound ships into splinters. We're going to let that build because of this. Cool. Fear card. Each player adds a strife and a land not matching a ravage card. Alrighty. I had a strife over there. We're going to ravage in sands. We got nothing. Here, we've got defend 4, counterattack. That's going to be 1 fear for the town there. We're going to build in coastal lands. So this builds, this has a disease, so it does not build. Then we build here. And then in one of the, or in a land, we have to upgrade a town. Or upgrade an explorer into a town. Which I think, I didn't really think about that. That's fine. So we're drowning 2 things. If we go, okay, so if we double grow here, we can get an earth, which gives us the 3rd earth, which allows us to destroy a town fast next round. So I still think we do it in the coastal lands. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we'll upgrade this guy into a town, but we have a ways to take care of this because next round we're going to be able to play steam vents and destroy that fast. Okay, let's explore into sands. Oh, okay, that's actually not too bad. So we got sands here. The disease is going to prevent that. We got sands there, so we're good. And then our escalation mining tunnels. After advancing invader cards on each board, explore in 2 lands whose terrains do not match a ravage or a build card. Ew. We're going to go here and here. I hate it. Cool. Slow. We're going to use Swallow the Land Dwellers. So we're going to choose this land. We're going to drown an explorer and a town. So that's 3 money. We got Ocean Breaks the Shore. We're going to drown. Oh, and that's going to be a fear. I'm going to drown here. Which is going to be 2 money. And our 4th fear for our last fear card. Now we're on level 2. Okay. And that's our slow. Feeling good. I did say we were going to double grow into Earth. I think we still have to do that. And that actually works out pretty well because then we can drown a city here, and yeah. Okay, so add a presence to any ocean. Boom, boom. We have a lot of presence in our ocean. Nice. We get 1 money, and then we now have on our presence track 1 energy income. We really do need to grab a major here soon. Nope, that's not what I wanted. So we got steam vents and tidal boon. We have 2 moon, good night moon, 1 air, 3 water, and 3 mountains. Nice. So we're going to be able to drown a city. We're going to be able to do 2 fear. Sweet. Alrighty, let's start out. We're going to use steam vents. We do have the kicker here, so we're going to be able to destroy this town. So that's 1 fear there. And then that prevents that from blighting. Whoa, I didn't think about this. I thought I was going to be able to. Oh, no. I didn't think about that. That's going to blight. That's probably fine. It's unfortunate that I can't ocean breaks the shore anymore. Hmm. If I go grasping tide instead of this, I can still drown that. I can defend here and I'll blight there. And that's not as bad. So let's push that back. Leave this here. This is going to blight. Um, that's going to blight. I still get to drown the city. I do this. No, I don't. Never mind. Yeah, we'll still do that. I don't love it, but here we are. Okay, so instead, we're spending that money. Town is still there. We'll defend 4 here. I'm looking for these. And that's 2 fear. I think I did I do this already? I don't think I did. It put the fear back from destroying that, so there's 2 fear there. That's a card. Hopefully we don't blight. Okay. Let's go fear cards. We're at level 2. Each player removes 1 explorer in a town from a land with beast, or 1 explorer from a land adjacent to beast. Remove that guy. That saves a lot of problems. Explorer does not affect coastal lands. Boo! Lands with disease are not a source of invaders when exploring. Okay. We're going to ravage in coastal, so we're going to blight here. That destroys this presence. We're defend 4 here. We'll counter there. And then technically this has 2 damage on it. So, or 1 damage on it. We're going to build in sands, which we're not going to build. Then we have to upgrade an explorer. What would be the worst situation for us? I think I'm going to upgrade this guy. Okay. Let's explore into mountains. Alrighty, that worked. Got 1, 1, and then explore into 2 lands that do not match a ravage or a build card. Go 1. Oh yeah, well we're absolutely putting these just in the in the coastal lands. Come to me. All right. That was the escalation. It is slow. We're going to drown this guy. So that's going to be 2 fear and 3 money. We need a major. So badly. That was from here. And then target spirit gains 2 energy. This is, yeah, we need a major. Can push a town and up to 2 Dahan from one of their lands. And then if Dahan, well, I guess we could push that there. It's just going to be a little bit more connected to everything. Okay. There's that. Let's get a major. We have 3, 6, 9, 10, 14 money, so we should probably grab a major here. We're going to go ahead and choose to grab this major before we decide. We're taking this bottom growth action, but we're not going to, we don't have to choose where we're placing that presence yet. We got sea monsters. Say less. So we can add a beast. If invaders are present, 2 fear per beast, 3 damage per beast, 1 damage per blight. If we have 3 animal and 3 water, we get to repeat the power. Solidify echoes of Majesty Past. Choose one of target spirit's land in that land and each adjacent land. Defend 3. They add a destroy presence to each adjacent land. Skip up to 1 invader action at each destroyed presence. Exaltation of the Incandescent Sky. I love the names of these cards. They're so fun. Target spirit may play 1 power card by paying its cost. Make up to 2 of their powers fast this turn and do 3 damage on one of their lands. You may do likewise. If you have in any 4 lands on the island, skip 1 invader action, 5 fear total. That seems insane. I don't think I really have the elements to start to set that up. I kind of do, though. I don't have any sun, really. And we got Blazing Renewal. Target spirit places 2 of their destroyed presence into a single land up to 2 away from your presence. If any presence was returned, 2 damage to each. We get 4. I think we're going to go sea monsters. We could also go to Exaltation of the Incandescent Sky. We can play a power card by paying its cost. Make 2 of our powers fast. What would that allow us to do? We're just going to take sea monsters. We got sea monsters. For taking this, we need to forget a power card. We could get rid of Tormenting because that doesn't really have our elements on it. I want to keep. We could go Swallow the Land Dwellers. I don't think we need that one as much. Just drown one. We have a lot of ways to drown, so let's do that. Let's get rid of Swallow the Land Dwellers. We'll take sea monsters. Okay. We could grow here into 3 card plays. We could play 3 cards and then reclaim next round. That feels decent enough. Okay. So push 1 presence from each ocean. Go there, and then I'm going to place this here. Okay. That being said, I don't think we're going to use Command Beast because we're about to add Beast. So we can see monsters here if we wanted to. Yeah, that's the right call. We need to do something there. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so let's go 5 money for sea monsters. Let's go Call of the Deep so we can pull this guy out of this mountains. And this mountains is a mining land. So if we don't do that, then it will ravage. So that puts us, sometimes when I have all this, I like to go ahead and do this. The elements over here. We got 2 moons. We've got 1 mountain. We've got 1 air. And 3 water. So we have this level 2. If we play we don't have a moon water. But I was like, that'd be cool if we could get another fear card like that. We do have a drowned town. We'll go tormenting to just get some disease out there. Cool. Nice. I think I may look for a animal on my next card that I draft, animal element, because then we're able to hit the threshold of this major power with these 2, and then whatever we draft. Because that'd be cool. Being able to repeat that power, just getting beast out. Because if we can be placing 2 beast every card cycle, then we can hang on to this and kind of blitz fear right at the end. Just use them for fear. Okay. We have this. So 2 fear. Hey, that's a card. We're gonna gather this guy here. We're going to let that build. We're gonna upgrade there. The beasts are gonna snipe at that. We're probably gonna place a disease here slow. So cool. Not using beast. Let's go to fear. Boom. On each board, remove one explorer town from a land with Dahan, Badlands, or Wilds. All right, remove that guy. Cool. I'm gonna ravage in sands. That dies. Build in mountains. Got this, and then a city, which is going to be an issue. But we'll see what we can do. And then we're going to upgrade this guy into a town to fulfill our mining requirement. Let's explore into jungles, and also we have our second beast. So that's oh shoot. Oh. Okay. We're gonna go here, and we are gonna go here. We're going to add one there and one here. Exploring in 2 lands that do not match a Ravager build card. But it is slow. It is time for slow, so that's good, at least. Yikes. Okay, so let's do sea monsters. We're going to add a beast. We're going to target this land. We're going to add a beast. If invaders are present, 2 fear per beast. So 4 fear, that's a card. Max 6. 3 damage per beast. So that's 6 damage. Just going to destroy these, which is going to be 2 more fear. Okay, so that's good. Now we just have to put something there to actually use those beasts, because now they're kind of alone. The other option is we could just blitz fear right here. First, actually, let's drown this guy. That's a fear. We get 2 money. We may be on a path where we are just taking a major every round and just seeing what we can do with it. We have 2 cards left here at level 2. I think, yeah, we are going to set this up so that both of these cards can be level 3. We could go 3 fear. Oh, we could do that right now. We could go 3 fear cards at level 3. That's what we're going to do. That feels really decent. Yeah. Okay, so tormenting rot flies. We're going to target this land. Target land has invaders, 2 fear. And then if there's a blight, +1 fear. So now if we get 2 fear, all 3 of these cards are going to be at level 3. That is the acceleration that I really like to see. All right, sick. There you go. Just like that. I mean, like, we're going to play sea monsters again if we reclaim cards. I think we're going to defend 4 here. This is going to blight, cascade, upgrade. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're very close to our loss condition here, which is a little scary. But I don't quite know what I can do about that. Let's just go ahead and reclaim. Gather a presence into each ocean. Actually, before I'm going to gain a power card first. We're going to gain another major. I like majors. Irresistible Call. Okay, so that gets really interesting because we can pull all of these out. That's probably where we're going to go because that just saves everything. Vengeance of the Dead. During the rest of your turn, one damage in target land for each town, city, or Dahan destroyed. This does have a animal, so damage from this power may be dealt on adjacent lands. Weave together through fabric. Um, Target land and land adjacent become a single land for the turn. Okay. That could be interesting. That could be really interesting, actually. Draw towards a consuming void. 4 fear, 15 damage, 5 damage. It's a range 0, unfortunately. Okay, so I don't think it's this. I think it maybe Weave Together a Fabric of Place. So this is a really fun card because at 1 away from a sacred site, you target a land and an adjacent land, they become 1 for the entire turn. At the end of the round, you divvy up the pieces however you want. And then if we have 4 air, which we won't this time, we can isolate the target land that has invaders, 2 fear, and remove 2 invaders. So that could be our saving grace here as well. Irresistible Call could also work because we can target here and just pull everything into this land. It has to be Irresistible Call. I think this, well, that has our elements. It's not Vengeance of the Dead. It's between these two. Okay. And then that can put our beast in a spot where they can actually help. Weave together fabric. Okay. Irresistible Call just saves everything, but it does make a giant mining land, which is a little scary. But we can combo Irresistible Call with a Tormenting, and if we target the water, we can just add a disease there, and then that can prevent all the ravage that would happen from the mining land. I think it's Irresistible Call. We have a sun. We don't have another sun, so we can't like hit this threshold. We're not going to be able to hit the threshold of Weave Together. I do like the elements on Weave Together. It's going to be Irresistible Call. Irresistible Call saves us right now. Weave Together is potentially a better longer term play, but is not what we need right now. I'm going to toss Steam Vents to grab Irresistible Call. Cool. Because I guess we're 2 away from. I'll go here, gather that, and then I think I got the money, got the power card. We get 1 more money from here. All right, let's go Irresistible Call. Boom. Go Sea Monsters. Yeah, we do, because we're pulling all of the beast into here because we can target this. Actually, we're going to gather that one because we can target this because it's coastal or wetlands. We can add a 3rd beast, do a ton of. Oh yeah, that's gonna be sick. Actually, nice. Okay. We do need to hit this threshold here, so we need 1 more moon, 1 more water. So I think it's just Call to Depths. Yeah, it's Call to the Depths. We're running a gambit on not drawing a wetlands, because if we draw a wetlands, it's going to immediately ravage. But it'll no, we have beast. We're fine. We are totally fine. All right, nice. So that gives us how many moons? 2 moons, 2 air, 3 water, and 1 earth. Okay, first things first, we're going to do this, which is going to do 2 fear, taking us to level 3. So now if we destroy all the cities on the board, we win the game. But more importantly, we have 3 of these fear cards at level 3. Cool. We're going to gather these 2 into there, which is going to give us 2 money. That's done. Irresistible Call. Gather 5 towns. We're targeting here. 1, 2. 5 to Han. 2. Yeah, 3, 4, 5. This is going to blight, which will make us a blighted island. Do I care? There's nothing I can do about it. So, unless I don't play sea monsters. Yeah, what if I don't play sea monsters? No, we're going to play sea monsters. I think we actually have a victory here. I think we're not far off of victory with sea monsters. Yeah, we'll be fine. Okay. So 5 to Han, 5 Beast, and 15 Explorers. Okay. Now we got 3 Fear cards. Each player adds. This is at level 3. Each player adds a strife to an invader. For the rest of the turn, invaders have -1 health per strife to a minimum of 1. Alrighty. Sweet. Saves that land. On each board, choose a land with Beast, Strife, or Dahan. Remove 1 invader there, or skip the next build action there this turn. Now remove this invader. That feels good. And then we've got each player removes a town or a explorer from any land. So we are going to be doing 9 damage. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, we'll kill that guy. Cool. Well, that worked out. That worked out really well. And that's why it's so good to get those level 3. All right, so we're going to Ravage here, but the Strife takes care of that. I probably should put this, when I'm streaming, put the Strife next to. Maybe something like that. Because I just realized that when it's on top, you can't see it. Okay. There. We're going to build in jungles. We don't have any jungles. We're going to upgrade. Let's upgrade this guy. Where do I put my cards? Okay. I'm going insane. I'm going to upgrade this guy. Because then we'll be able to drown him. It's like, where did my cards go? We're good. Then we're going to explore. It is a level 3. So we're going to explore in the mountains and wetlands. Okay. Y'all ready to win? Slow, we're going to drown this guy. It's going to be a fear and 2 money. We're going to see monsters. We're going to target this wetlands. We add a beast. If invaders are present, 2 fear per beast. So that's going to be 6 fear. So 4, 5, 6 fear. 3 damage per beast. So we have 9. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 2 more fear from that. And then it is the fast phase. How much fear could we do? Let's double grow for fun. Just because I'm curious to see how much fear we can do. So we can play 4 cards. We get a money from our growth option. We get a money from here. We'll play all of the cards. This doesn't matter, but it's fun. Okay, so that hits our threshold here. So that's 4 fear. That's a fear card. We will use Command Beast. We will do 3 fear, which is game. That got a little hairy here. Irresistible Call was clutch. Being able to draw that, pull things out of those far-reaching inland lands was huge. And then being able to just generate fear, which is Ocean's forte. We had 4 fear cards right there at the end. Yeah, that was a good one. I like Oceans. Oceans is a ton of fun. The Oceans has a nature incarnate aspect called Deeps, where it turns different lands into oceans. So like there's a way that you like add these tokens, and after you have like 3 tokens there, it turns it into a ocean land or an ocean like land. And so you start like to like flood the island, and it's very fun. Do you like using dice instead of tokens from Marvel and Arkham? No, I like tokens. Um I like tokens. I used to use dice, but once I have the tokens, they're just, I think, cleaner and a little bit easier to use. Um, but yeah, dice also, if you bump the table, can go everywhere, and that frustrates me. Very cool. Well, there you go. That is Spirit Island. Kind of knew that we were going to be going for that fear victory because it's oceans. I think the other way that you can play this is to just go full speed onto bottom track, get up to 5 card plays, because oceans realistically in 3 turns can get to 5 card plays, which is insane. I think you're sacrificing a lot there, but if you have another spirit at the table that can really manage that early game, and you go like double grow, single grow here, probably 4 turns, because then you'd probably go double grow, single grow, reclaim, double grow, and then you have 5 card plays. And then you can kind of creep down this top track and just gain a ton of minor powers. Then you can just run the innate powers here. I do like oceans with Finder. You have to be a little careful, but if Finder can push things into the oceans, or like Sunblight Whirlwind or River Surges and Sunlight, those are just insane combos. Also, I think this is the most presence I've probably ever had in a land. 2, 4, 6, 7 presence in a land. That works. Nice. Cool. I'm going to be back on Friday playing some Lord of the Rings. So we got Lord of the Rings. The final scenario in the Arid Mithram cycle is going to be on Friday. Did you enjoy playing two-handed or solo in Marvel or Arkham? Two-handed in Arkham's true solo in Marvel. Arkham just has too much going on for, I think, a true solo player at my skill level to be effective. You can absolutely do it if you're better at the game. I'm just not as good at the game. And so being able to have access to 2 different investigators allows me to cover the map a little bit easier and have just more things going on, which helps with my enjoyment of it. Marvel, I like both. I think I prefer True Solo just because that's what I've played the most. And then also True Solo is just quicker. And I like being able to just snap out games. But 2-player has grown on me recently because I really like building 2 decks that work together. That's a lot of fun. Yeah. But yeah, so Friday is the final scenario in the Arid Mithram campaign. Really looking forward to that. I think we set out what we were going to be building. We're playing a Radagast deck with some side quests and stuff. So really looking forward to bringing the Eagles to the table with Radagast, our newest hero. And yeah, so hope everyone has a fantastic day. And we will see you around, if not before Friday, on Friday. Peace.